both have an aerospace background from many years ago, and it's a fairly complex industry. I think I'm safe in saying that. So I'm wondering if you can share any challenges, any major obstacles you've had that have been related to the industry, and maybe how you overcame them.
Um, yeah, I don't know that it would be industry specific, but what you've said is completely accurate. Al. Like the aerospace industry is just very complex. It's quite intense at times, and it needs to be, right? Just with what you're dealing with is so important. Criticality is everything. So, and that stems from all levels of the organization, right? From shipping and receiving all the way through supply chain to finance. Like everyone has to work like this well-oiled machine in order for the company to be successful. But what I would say in terms of obstacles more closely related to my own experience, if I can share that with you,
Hmm.
I learned early in my career that being the hardest worker, the one that always gets the job done, doesn't necessarily guarantee advancement. So, like I mentioned at the start of this conversation, being naturally good at keeping myself organized, paying attention to detail, all of those things served me really well early in my career. And I thought that's all it took because you have that strong work ethic, you get the job done, and away you go. But that's not necessarily the case. So at Honda, I was repeatedly overlooked for promotions despite being moved across departments to improve their processes and their efficiencies. When I asked the question why I wasn't being considered for leadership roles, I was told that I was too quiet. I needed to talk more.
Hmm.
So that moment was eye opening for me. I realized that I'd been labeled as the quiet, dependable worker. No matter how much I proved myself, they just weren't going to see me any differently. So that's when I knew it was time to move on. So when I went to Patlon, it was actually a completely different experience. I was promoted within a year because leadership saw my potential, not just the work ethic. And that taught me an important lesson that I touched on earlier about the importance of the allies and advocates in your career. You have to surround yourself with people who recognize your value, who believe in your capabilities, and are willing to take a chance on you. So those relationships are really what can help propel you to the next level.